Good morning and Jai Hind, children. Now, as you know, we are discussing the chapter physical and chemical change in chemistry. Alright. And in previous class, I have started the topic types of chemical reaction. And I have discussed two topics of chemical reaction. Okay, two types of chemical reaction. That first was combination reaction, and the second was yes, decomposition reaction. So I hope that you all understood about the both kind of chemical reaction. Is it now? And I have given many examples of these kind of chemical reactions also in previous class. Now come to the next, the third type of chemical reaction. And the name of the third kind of chemical reaction is single displacement reaction. Single displacement reaction. Children, actually the displacement reaction is of two types, single and double. Together they are known as displacement reaction. Alright, but you have to study both kind of displacement reaction. So that is why I am going to explain one by one. First single displacement and after that double displacement reaction. Clear? So first of all, as the word is going to indicate here, displacement. Displacement means what? Replacement of something from one position to other. That is displacement. So same happens in this kind of reaction also. Okay. So in this type of reaction, one element replaces another element from a compound. Alright? And it is found that in general a more reactive element replaces a less reactive element from its compound. So the simple meaning is one is going to replace the other. Get it? So in terms of chemistry, in a compound, one element is going to replace the other element. But this replacement will occur how? On which basis? On the basis of the nature of element. If the element is more reactive, so it can replace the less reactive. But less reactive element cannot replace the more reactive element. Clear? So the displacement reaction, either the single displacement or double displacement, will always takes place. The element who are more reactive will displace the less reactive element in a chemical reaction. Alright, understood the meaning? Now come to the example. We can write the general equation. General equation for this kind of chemical reaction is, suppose A, that is an element, is going to react with another substance, say that B and C. BC is a compound. BC is a compound in which two elements are there, B and C. So when this chemical reaction will occur, so what will happen? As this A is more reactive than B, so what it will do? It will replace the B from here, okay, and joins with C. So after the reaction, what we found? AC plus B. B gets replaced. Why B replaced? Because B is less reactive element than A. That is why. And if suppose this B is more reactive than A, so A cannot displace the B and no reaction will take place. It will be as it is as. Clear? But here reaction occurs because A is more reactive than B. Then here the new products are formed, AC and B get replaced. So this is the general equation. Now take some example, actual example of chemical reaction. So the first example is when CuSO4. This is copper sulfate. CuSO4 is the formula of copper sulfate. So when this copper sulfate is going to react with iron, Fe is the symbol of iron. So as iron is more reactive than copper, so iron will do what? It will replace the copper from here. Okay, and the new product will form, that is FeSO4, and plus copper get replaced. And FeSO4 is iron? Yes, iron sulfate. And copper gets replaced or displaces. Understood this example? This is an actual example, and I will show you this reaction in the chemistry lab. Okay, we will take the solution of copper sulfate, which looks blue in color. We will add some iron pieces, iron filings in that test tube, and keep it for few minutes. So you will observe that blue color of copper sulfates gets replaced and it becomes light green. Okay, and a brown substance get deposited in the bottom of test tube. So this proves that copper sulfate is going to turn into iron sulfate. That is why the blue color gets changed into green color. Alright, and this copper will deposit in the bottom of test tube, brown color. Okay, so this is one of the example of single displacement reaction. Now come to the next example. And the next example is, if we take silver nitrate, the formula is AgNO3. This is what? Silver nitrate. When it is going to react with copper. Alright. Cu is the symbol of copper. And when reaction will occur, so copper will displace silver. Okay, and the new substance will form, that is what? Copper nitrate. This is the formula of copper nitrate. Alright. And what get displaces? Silver. That is Ag is silver. Now this time this equation is not balanced, and you know very well how to balance the chemical equation. Okay, so for balancing them, 2 silver nitrate will be there, and how many molecules of, how many atoms of silver will form? 2 atoms of silver will form. Now this is balanced. Clear? Understood everyone? So this is the second example in which what is going to occur? A piece of copper wire is dipped in the silver nitrate solution, so it gets coated with silver, and the color of the solution changes to bluish due to the formation of copper nitrate. Okay, this example you can also see very clearly in that lab, because here the color of the solution will change after the reaction. So that change of color will indicates that what happened? Displacement reaction take place here. Clear? As we are studying about single displacement, so in the both examples, only one element is going to displace. Is it? Only one element is going to displace. Only one element is going to displace. That is why it named as single displacement. After that, when we come to the double displacement, so you will see that 2 elements will displace the 2. Alright. So come to the second one. This one is clear everyone now?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes.
Alright. Very good. Now the fourth type of chemical reaction is double displacement reaction. As already I have told that in this kind of reaction, what will happen? Two compounds react by exchanging their elements. Okay, and general, how we can show it by general equation? So generally you can say that AB, suppose this is a compound, is going to react with another compound, CB. Both are compound. So after the reaction, double displacement reaction, what will happen? What new product will form? AB plus CB. Yes, BC or CB, you can say that. CB or BC. Get it now? Clear? So here you can say that A has displaced the C and B has displaced the B. Alright? Now take some example. And the double displacement reactions are again going to divide in few categories in which double displacement reaction will occur. So the first one is there precipitation reaction, the first kind of double displacement reaction. Okay. Precipitation reaction. In precipitation reaction, what will occurs? Remember that we have discussed the characteristics of chemical reactions now. So one of the characteristics we have discussed, formation of precipitate. Remember, a solid substance formed after the chemical reaction which deposits in the bottom of test tube. So that substance is known as precipitate. Clear? So the same type of reaction will occur here. The reaction in which precipitate will form is known as precipitation reaction. Okay, so you can say that in these reactions, two compounds react in their aqueous state. Aqueous state means liquid state, not in solid, not in gaseous state. So two compounds will react in their liquid state to form an insoluble product. What they will form? An insoluble product, and which appears in the form of a precipitate. Because it is insoluble, so it will form how? As a precipitate, get deposit in the bottom. Okay, and you have already seen the reaction between iron chloride and ammonium hydroxide to form a precipitate of iron hydroxide in the previous topic of formation of precipitate. Okay, so here some of the examples are there, and the first example of precipitation, that is double displacement reaction, is when sodium chloride reacts with silver nitrate. Sodium chloride, formula is NaCl. When sodium chloride is going to react with silver nitrate, and the formula of silver nitrate is AgNO3. Alright, so when these two compounds will react together, what will happen? Double displacement reaction, or you can say that precipitation reaction will occurs, and the product will form silver chloride. Silver chloride. Clear? Understood? And this silver chloride is insoluble, so it will deposit in the bottom of test tube. So downward arrow shows what? Formation of precipitate. Remember now? And upward arrow shows formation of gas. Okay, so this will form as a precipitate. And the second product is, yes, sodium nitrate. nitrate. Clear? So just see that as sodium is more reactive than silver. So what sodium has done? It has replaced the silver and forms sodium nitrate. Forms the sodium nitrate. And when it has replaced the sodium silver, so another new product formed, that is silver chloride. So remember that. Who have displaced here? Silver has replaced sodium? No. Sodium has displaced the silver because sodium is more reactive than silver. Silver is not more reactive than sodium. Clear now? This you must have to remember. Who is more reactive? So you must have to say that sodium is more reactive than silver. Understood? This reaction? The two new products are going to form. Okay. Now take one more example. If we take the aqueous solution of sodium carbonate, the formula of sodium carbonate is Na2CO3. This is sodium carbonate. When this one is going to react with copper sulfate, formula of copper sulfate CuSO4. So, because of this reaction between these two compounds, double displacement reaction will take place and precipitate will form, and the first product is here sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. This is the formula of sodium sulfate, and the second product is yes, copper carbonate, CuCO3. This is copper carbonate, and this copper carbonate will form as a precipitate. Get it? So again here a precipitate forms, that is copper carbonate, and you can see that double displacement is going to occur here. As I have told that sodium is highly reactive, then silver and then copper also. So what this sodium has done? It has displaced the copper and forms sodium sulfate. Get it? And after the replacement of the copper from here, it has formed the another substance which is insoluble, that is precipitate and copper carbonate. Clear? Understood both the examples, both reactions? So this is the precipitation reaction of double displacement reaction. Now come to the second type of double displacement reaction. And the second type is neutralization reaction. Second kind of double displacement reaction is neutralization reaction. Alright, as the first was precipitation because precipitate forms. This one is neutralization because here what will happen? A neutral substance will form. Neutral substance means which is neither acidic nor basic. Alright, so such substances are termed as neutral substances, and such kind of reactions are known as neutralization reaction. Alright, and the neutralization reaction takes place when one acid reacts with a base. Is it not? So in this reaction the same will occur. You can show it by a general equation as Ha. Suppose Ha is a kind of acid. This A indicate for acid. is going to react with a base, say that BOH. Alright, this is a base. So as a result, what will form? A, B and plus HO means H2O. That is water. So AB will form as a salt and this is water, that you know very well. So this is the general reaction of neutralization. When an acid is going to react with a base, it will form the salt. Just see that A and B. What this A has done? It has displaced the what? OH from here and forms salt. And the next product is water. Alright. So take the example for it. When sulfuric acid, this is an acid now. So which acid we are going to take? We are going to take sulfuric acid. And the formula is H2SO4. This is sulfuric acid. When it reacts with a base, that is sodium hydroxide. Yes, and the formula is NaOH. This is sodium hydroxide. So when this reaction will occurs, and as a result of this reaction, what will happen? The two products will form, and the first product, that is a salt. This is sodium sulfate, and the formula is Na2SO4. Alright, and the next product is water. Right? This equation is not balanced right now. So for balancing them, just add 2 here. Now it's balanced. So Na2SO4 is which salt? What is the name of this salt? Sodium sulfate and H2O. This is water, that you know very well. Alright? Clear? Understood now, everyone? So this is the one of the example of neutralization reaction. Now, take one more example of neutralization reaction. Okay, and in this one we will take another acid, that is hydrochloric acid. Formula is HCl. Hydrochloric acid, when going to react with a base, say that potassium hydroxide. This is potassium hydroxide, and when they both are going to react, they will form a salt, that is potassium chloride. KCl is the formula of potassium chloride, and plus water will form. Alright? Understood everyone? So these are the two examples which shows that what happens? The neutralization reaction takes place when an acid reacts with a base. Alright? And as a result, salt and water will form. So precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction, they both are which type of chemical reaction? Double displacement reaction, because in both of them, okay, the two compounds are going to react together and forms the two new products. Okay, alright. Now, come to the next, and after this one, we will discuss about the next type of chemical reaction. Okay, and this will be after the fourth one, we will have the fifth type of chemical reaction. And the name of this reaction is oxidation and reduction reaction. oxidation and reduction reaction. Actually, they are the two types of reaction. Oxidation reaction is different and reduction reaction is different. So we will discuss one by one. Okay. So come to the first about oxidation. And oxidation simply indicates for what? Oxidation is a chemical reaction that involves addition of hydrogen or removal of addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen from a substance. So you can write here in a bracket, either oxygen get added plus O indicates that oxygen is going to add, or hydrogen is going to remove, minus H. So minus H indicate for removal of hydrogen and plus O indicate for addition of oxygen. So such kind of reaction are known as oxidation reaction. Clear this concept? And just opposite to that, reduction reaction. What will happen here? What will happen here? In this one, oxygen will remove or hydrogen will added. Okay, so such type of reaction is known as reduction reaction. Clear? So take the example of one by one, the example of oxidation reaction. When carbon reacts with oxygen. Okay, so simply what they will form? They will form carbon dioxide gas. So just see that in this simple chemical reaction, what is going to occur? Oxygen is going to add with carbon. Is it not? Oxygen added with carbon and forms a new substance. So this reaction will be termed as oxidation reaction. Clear? Understood? One more example. H2S. H2S is hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide is going to react with chlorine. And as a result, between these two substances, the product is going to form, which is sulfur and plus hydrochloric acid. HCl. Alright, now balance it, 2HCl. Alright, so this equation shows that oxidation. Why? Look here. What occurs? Hydrogen get added or removed, you can say that. In oxidation, hydrogen is going to remove now. So hydrogen removed from sulfur. Earlier it was H2S. It is a compound. But when the reaction takes place, so hydrogen gets removed out from the sulfur and now the sulfur gets alone. Sulfur gets alone because hydrogen removed, and after removal it formed the hydrochloric acid. So we can say that this is also the example of oxidation reaction. Alright. So in first reaction, oxygen added. In second reaction, hydrogen removed. So both are the oxidation reaction. Clear? Everyone? So I hope that you understood all the topics, all kind of chemical reactions which we have explained today. Okay. Thank you and have a nice day, children.